Chef Gordon Ramsay. Many people call him the GOAT, but I like to call him a friend. I think he likes me.
No, you season steak with salt and pepper, you donut.
Here's the deal. Recently, Chef Gordon Ramsay put out a video cooking steak and fries. He cooked the steak on a pan and basted with thyme, butter, and garlic, which is a pro chef move. And the way he cooked his fries was quite creative. For the sauce, he went with the classic steak à poivre. His final dish looked a little bit sus because the sauce was a little runny. And for that reason, today I formally want to challenge you, Chef Gordon Ramsay, to a steak cook-off. I'll be cooking your dish and mine at the same time. And just for fun, I'm gonna do a super cheap version too. Now I know you're gonna be watching this video, so let me show you what I got.
And we're gonna start off with the fries. Now Chef Ramsay's fries was very unique, and the easiest way to do it is like this. Use one of these peelers, it just makes the job a lot easier, as the idea here is to cut them nice and thin, and most importantly, evenly, because to deep fry them you want to do it at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooking them nice and slow is the way to go. That way it will help evaporate all of the moisture inside, making them super crispy. Because to finish them off, you want to immediately add a pinch of salt, followed by some smoked paprika, toss them really good, and there you have it. It does not get any easier than that. For my version of fries is going to be slightly different, because I want the steak to still be the star, and instead of using the peeler, I'm going to use the finest setting in my grater. Check it out once you're done. It's almost like hash browns, and as always, you definitely want to put it in water so that you can remove some of the starch. Then go ahead and strain it so you remove most of the moisture. You gotta act quickly though, because as you can clearly see, the potato is nice and white right now. If you take too long, you will start oxidizing on you. So I immediately threw them into a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oil and cooked them until they were nice and crispy. Since they are so thin, it takes no time at all. Make sure to make a good amount, because they are absolutely delicious. As you can see, in the end, take a look. Nice, beautiful, delicious potatoes ready to be served with the steak. But don't forget, we're also going to have an inexpensive version. And for that, I'm going to be using this sour cream and onions potato chips. We're trying to make this one as simple as possible and the least amount of effort. Now, if you've never had crushed ruffles with steaks, you don't know what you're missing. It is absolutely fantastic. However, you gotta throw it together with a sauce. Talking about that, Chef Ramsay's sauce was quite runny. That's not my preferred way. I want to show you my take on a steak à poivre sauce, which surprisingly is super simple. I first started with a tiny bit of oil in the pan, then immediately went in with crushed green peppercorns. The key here is to toast them a bit. Then you want to throw in some shallots and fry them up. As soon as you start getting a little bit of color, add a touch of butter. Then you want to grate some garlic and let that toast up under low heat. You don't want anything to burn, but make sure your pan is nice and hot before doing this next step, and that is to flambe the whole thing. As once that's done, you want to add a little bit of stock, mix that together and bring it to a simmer. As once it has reduced to half, throw in some heavy cream and mix. Make sure to incorporate everything together and let the sauce reduce. You want to have a nice consistency so that the sauce sticks to the meat. If not, it's going to be way too runny, because once you're done, your steak à poivre sauce is ready. That's Chef Gordon Ramsay style. Let me show you mine. And everything starts off with a tiny bit of beef. Add that into the pan with a little bit of oil. Start cooking it up real good. Now what we are really looking for is to brown up the meat. These brownie bits will give an incredible flavor to your sauce. Once most of the meat is browned up, throw in some shallots. This will start helping you deglaze the pan. Once they are looking like this, it's time to deglaze the pan with red wine. Make sure to move things around and get everything that got stuck on the pan unstuck. As once you can see the bottom nice and clear, go ahead and add some stock, a generous amount. Now you want to bring that to a simmer and let it reduce. Once you have done so halfway, it's time to strain the whole thing. And once you're done, you want to go ahead and separate the fat. Using a fat separator is the easiest way I know how. Now to finish it off, you want to throw that back into a saucepan and add in some butter. Let that melt in nice and easy, because in the end, you should have a nice glossy sauce just like this. Now that is going to be my steak sauce. But remember, we still got a cheap version to make. And this one is as easy as it gets, because instead of making one, we're going to use Valentina. This hot sauce is fantastic with these potato chips, and I think it's going to go very well with the steak as well. You don't believe me? Well, you just wait and see. Because talking about steaks, if you take a look at the description of the video of Gordon Ramsay, the recipe says you can use a hanger steak, skirt steak, or a flat iron. And at least to me, out of all of those, a Wagyu flat iron steak will do the job perfectly. It is absolutely delicious, and it's going to be perfect for Chef Ramsay's recipe. To cook it, it's quite simple. He first adds a tiny bit of oil, followed by salt and pepper. Then you want to rub it into the steak real good, and the steak is ready to be cooked. To do that, that, you want to get a nice hot pan with a tiny bit of oil. As soon as you start forming a crust, don't forget the thyme, butter, and garlic, because to finish your steak off, you want to baste it. The more you baste, the better it's gonna be. Make sure you are generous with it. This is a classic way of making a delicious steak, and there's no doubt that this is going to be fantastic. However, even though I gave Chef Gordon Ramsay a Wagyu steak, for me, I'm gonna get a real cheap one. To be specific, a choice grade New York strip. For the seasoning, I kept it real simple. I season it with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder, because I'm gonna be using something way better than thyme, garlic, and butter, and that would be charcoal. There is a huge difference cooking a steak in a pan and live fire. I'm gonna be doing the same exact thing for the cheap version as well. And to cook both these steaks, I'll be using my Meter wireless thermometer, because once I'm done cooking them, the rest is just to plate it. As now I say, it is enough talking, and it is time to grill some beautiful steak, so let's do it.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful steak and potatoes today.
This is the first time that I actually have 3 steaks.
Ah, that's right.
I'm super excited.
And there's nothing crazy here. It's all about the steak and potato and a sauce. We're gonna start right here in the middle. Go for it. Make sure you rub a little bit on that sauce. There you go. Go for it, Sebastian. Make sure you grab a little bit of the steak and the potato. Enough talking, let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yo,
That is good.
that's so easy to make. That's stupid easy to make, everybody. Come on, man.
You made that sauce from scratch?
No,
It's Valentino's, right?
it is.
Really good. I love it.
I've never put chips crumbled up on a steak, and I can't believe it actually works. Like, it's good.
It is phenomenal. What do you think, Sebastian?
The dish looks super simple. I can't even make it. Hey, it's good. Can't go wrong.
Nothing fancy, everybody. It's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. Easy to make. Highly recommend because it's super simple. Now this one's a lot more fancy. As you guys can see, let's give it a try right here. Okay, dig in, Angel. All right, so it's all about that steak, potato, and sauce. I wanna know. Well, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow. That peppercorn sauce is amazing.
I wasn't expecting to say this because of the fries, but this just tastes like mature.
The only thing to make it more mature is if you have a little bit of greens.
No. The pepper sauce is nice. I like that.
But it's missing something.
It is. What is it?
Charcoal.
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 I knew exactly where he was going.
You can definitely tell, even though the sauce is quite overpowering, you can feel the actual thyme garlic that it was based on. Well, you guys like this one or this one better?
Between
have to
these
go
two,
with this
I go
one.
here.
Yeah, I highly recommend you giving this one a try, everybody. It's fantastic. Now I'm excited to try this one. You guys ready? As you can see, look at the difference in texture of the potato here. How does it smell? I'm curious to see what you
Smells
guys-
a little sweet.
It's one of those things that you smell it and it makes you salivate. You know what I mean?
I'm ready.
Enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, I like the potato chip.
Oh my goodness.
The potato chip, bro. Wow, Sebastian's going for more. Damn, the potato chip is a whole nother level, but the texture. It doesn't fight with the steak.
It doesn't even fight with your teeth or your tongue. It just.
By the way, that is not sweet.
That is not sweet.
That is not sweet. It's savory. I don't know. It gives me like somewhat like an Asian-y like flavor. I don't know why.
Yeah, the thing with this sauce is that it's beefy sauce. This one here is a little bit more creamy. This one you taste more like the steak. Which one you guys like better out of all three of them? I want to know.
But I think I'm going with this one just because I really like the potato on that one. And the sauce, just smelling it, I was like, oh, I want this.
Fair
So that's
enough.
my winner.
Which one do you like better, Sebastian?
I enjoy this one. The potato together with the steak, it's very smooth, like you can't tell. It's like all one bite.
So you like this one
Yes,
as well?
that is my go-to.
Wow, okay, so this is the way Gordon Ramsay made his steaks recently, which is good. Guys, I'm not gonna trash it. You know, this is pretty good, man. I highly recommend you giving it a try at home. Chef Ramsay, if you're ready for a showdown, you and me, see who cooks the best steak, I'm down. Just name the place, time, and location. I'll be there the very next hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go make yourself some steak and potatoes. You're not gonna be disappointed. If you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always on the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.